Okay, hi everyone. I'm going to be talking to you about being a scholarly person. So, an overview would be I'm going to talk about my personal traits as a scholarly person, my everyday hero, Erik Erikson's developmental stages, self-reflection of my career choice, social justice and multicultural awareness, conflicts and resolutions in the next 12 months, current and future goals, and an example from the book. Okay, so my scholarly person traits to me would be not just like going to school and going to classes, but also being able to communicate and listen very well. And for an example for this one, we're supposed to talk about how we speak with our family and communicate with our family and friends. So I think you guys would agree that I can talk sometimes, and I also am there to listen at the same time. And I like to think that I have pretty good morals and high ethics, so I know right from wrong a lot of the time when it comes to like media or things like that, or if anyone needs advice. So that's what I am for my scholarly traits. Next would be my everyday hero, and I would say my everyday hero would have to be also a great communicator. They have to be driven and hardworking. So that's why I chose my own mom, and that's kind of biased, but she went to college for 2 years and then had to drop out for financial reasons and family reasons. So in between that time, she got married to my dad and then had 2 kids, me and my sister. And then she went back to college when she was 30 and then had my brother. And while she was pregnant, she still graduated. So I thought that was pretty big of her. She works a full-time job as a project manager at the Outdoor Great Room Company. And she's been moving up in that company for the past 10 years now, so that's also a pretty big deal for her. She's a great speaker. You can put her in front of any crowd and she will not stop talking. And then I like to say when if we go anywhere in Prior Lake where I'm from, she will literally talk for the past half hour saying goodbye to everyone she possibly can. So she's a really social person. And then overall, she's just a really hard worker. She was working 2 jobs while she was raising 3 kids, and my brother's still in high school, so he's still doing a lot of sports, and she has to bring him everywhere. So she's just overall a really hard worker. Okay, now talking about social justice and multicultural awareness. The job that I chose as being my future career would be an art director. And what's hard in that is still the male over female, male dominant field. They get paid more, so there's more of them that try to go for the art director. Also, for the multicultural awareness, I have to be really aware as an advertising major because my different cultures and different audience that I have to target, you can't offend any of them, and you have to know what they like and what they believe in. So I have to know a bunch of different cultures. So that's social justice and multicultural awareness. Erikson's developmental stage, these are psychological stages, and he goes through 8 stages throughout your life, and the first one is like when you're 1 to 2 and learning, and it goes all the way up until you die. And then right now I'm at stage 6, and that's the young adult phase. And before you get into this phase, you have to learn who you are, you have to know like what you want in your education, everything like that. And so stage 6, being young adult, means that I'm learning about relationships that I want to keep and want to get rid of. And this can be with friendships. This can be with if I was in an intimate relationship, which I'm not, so I don't have to worry about that. But my friendships really mean a lot to me, so that's how I knew I was in this stage, because I have been starting to weed out different friends, no one did anything bad, but you guys are all in my life, so it's none of you. So that's Erikson's developmental stage, me being in stage 6. And being a student with this also is hard because doing school and work, it's hard to keep your friends like satisfied by hanging out with whoever you can when you can. So okay, that's what I have to say about Erikson's stage. And then the self-reflection on my career. Like I said, I wanted to be an art director, or I still do want to be an art director. What I did for this was examine other jobs that are in the field, and I looked at wages, jobs available. What else did I look at? What you need in order to attain this job, what classes I have to take, all of that. So what it really did was just help me realize that I actually really do want to do that, and I'm almost graduating, so it's getting closer and closer, even though I still have years of experience before I can become one. So that was my self-reflection. My current and future goals. Current goal is to just graduate in May. That's my biggest goal right now, and as of right now, I just registered today, so it's going to happen, so fingers crossed for that. Another goal for next semester is for my advertising campaigns class, and that's kind of like a senior seminar for advertising majors. And I want my group to do well, and I want to help out as much as I can for that. And then my future goal would be finding a job straight out of school, hopefully. I want to, I know being an art director isn't going to happen straight out of school, so even just finding a regular like waitressing job until I find my big girl job, as they call it, that is what I want to focus on right after school. How being educated affects me socially. I think it helps me. I can talk about my future, and I can talk about other people's future. I can give advice. I can do anything when it comes to communicating about school and helping friends out or family out. Financially, I would say you get better and more job opportunities, and these usually are higher paying when you're educated, which some people can vouch that you don't have to be educated, but it's easier to get a job when you're educated. So, and then you can support yourself and in the future a family. And then professionally, employers trust your opinion more when you're educated. They don't think you're just some bum off the street. They think that you actually tried hard, and then you have more experience in what you're going to work for. Next, there will be, I'm going to give an example from the book that we read. It's about a boy who, he was taking classes, and he was, the girl was taking classes, and she was in a Russian class, and she was not doing well and didn't like it, and then she decided to kind of not worry about that class and focus on her biology class, and she ended up loving it. And I related that to me because I also was focused on, I was going to do marketing, which put me in the business school, and I realized that I hate econ. I hate, what else did I hate in that? Pretty much all of them that I did take, I just did not like, I was not interested in. So that's how I got my mass communication. I switched to the more art side. And then another story was about a boy or a guy who was going to work all the time, and he would come back hating his job and all that, and he found a hobby in baking bread specifically. And he ended up opening a bakery, and that doesn't really relate to me right now, but you never know. If I don't end up liking my job, I'll know that the options are out there to look for something else and hopefully enjoy it. So, thank you guys for watching, and that's my presentation.
Yeah, really great.